Welcome back. Anthony Lario, a.k.a. Uncle Tony of Tony's Tea Corner podcast is with us. From reality stars to pop culture celebs to housewives to bachelorettes, Tony has the scoop. If it's trending on social media, Tony's on top of it. I'm so excited you're here today, Uncle Tony.
Hey guys, what's going on? How are you?
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, first of all, we got a fellow paisan over here.
That's right. Forget about
I'm left out. Well, what am I?
It's Daryn. You're my
Paisano.
fellow
Oh, okay,
Paisano.
yeah.
She's in there too.
I'm a paisano by association. I'm
I love
between
that.
two, so I feel.
Yeah. But Daryn's like my housewife's girl. So
That's
it works
right.
out
That's
so
right.
perfectly.
That's right.
I gotta
that's right.
ask, where did Uncle Tony come from?
Okay, so of course I'm an Italian and I love my red wine.
Yes.
You know that.
Who
Who
doesn't?
doesn't?
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
We need some here. That's
After a couple of glasses of red wine, I have this habit. I like to hold my friends hostage and pull them aside and have heart-to-hearts with them. And everybody has that uncle or aunt at holidays that
Right.
they pull
Corners
you.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right, how do I get out of here? But somehow after it's over, you're like, I just told them everything that I vowed to never tell anybody. So that's
Just wondering whether they're recording the whole conversation too, right?
Exactly.
How many glasses deep does it take you to get that? Though? We gotta know for research purposes.
Well,
here.
red wine is like my blood at this point.
Absolutely.
So it's
Yeah, yeah.
8 glasses.
Yeah, 8 glasses probably.
Minimum.
But then my friends started calling me Uncle Tony whenever I would get into that persona. They'd be like, Uncle Tony's coming out to play right now. So I just thought that would be the perfect persona to host the podcast.
So you use that Uncle Tony to
Hilarious.
your podcast, right?
Yes.
Tell
So
us about the
Tony's Tea
podcast
Corner.
a little bit.
So my podcast is a pop culture podcast, but I would say that the defining feature of it is Catharsis. I have it on my shirt with the little
Good
T
plug
thing.
right there. Not shameless at all.
Catharsis,
Good
not
plug.
shameless
yeah.
at all.
Beautiful.
I love it. Wear the t-shirt, the little blazer, you class it up.
course, you go.
But anyway, Catharsis is kind of the foundation of it. You have negative things happen to you all week long.
Right.
And you need to laugh.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
reality TV, pop culture, those are the things that get us through our week. So if I can laugh with you and you're laughing with me, it's all worth it. So
My whole career has been caked in pop culture. I work at Bravo, of course. So I got a lot of questions
queen.
for you.
Yeah,
of
Who, and you don't have to say anyone from Bravo, but who's been your favorite guest of all time to have? Because you have everyone from Ashley I from Bachelorette
Yes.
to Leanne Locken from Dallas. So who's
Right.
been your favorite so far and why?
now this is so difficult because they're all
there's so
so
many of them,
great.
or-
Yeah, they're so great. I mean, really, I loved Lizzie Rovsek, former Real Housewives of Orange County.
County.
She is just gorgeous, amazing, and of course, Peggy Salahian was so fun to talk to. I thought it was going to be a 20-minute interview. We stayed on the phone for an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
I was like, because a lot of
Those
us
housewives can talk.
Yeah, they have a lot
They
of
can
tea to
chat,
spill.
Yes.
But I would say it's a tie between Real Housewives of Dallas member Leanne Locken. Spitfire, they're just iconic.
You gotta get into
Iconic.
We're gonna get around.
We gotta convert you.
he's-
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
I'm basically Italian. We're making him now a Housewives fan already. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but then of course the original tea spiller, Perez Hilton, I had on the show, and he was so great to talk to because he's been there from the beginning with all this stuff. So it was really
vet.
fun to pick his brain about it. So he was cool.
What do you think on your podcast makes everyone want to spill the tea? How do you get people to really open up? I find sometimes that they're guarded and they don't want to admit their deepest, darkest secrets.
Formula?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what, guys?
Red
I'll give
wine?
you the secret formula. It
Red
has
wine
a
with a
side
little
of red wine.
Yeah,
You
We
what?
know the secret.
I would say it's a combination of that Uncle Tony persona. Let's sit down at the kitchen counter. I try to make it like that. I encourage my guests, have a cup of tea, have a glass of wine. Let's just talk,
relax.
conversational. And the most important thing is interpersonal communication and trust. I want my guests to trust me just like I trust them. And then if you throw a little wine in with it, that makes us all trust each other. So no way.
Yes, wine does. There's something about wine makes you very trustworthy.
So how long have you been doing the podcast now?
I actually just started the podcast in the summer. Yeah,
Wow.
just midsummer. I really was trying to, I was picking Margaret Joseph's brain from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I was like, what can I do? I don't know what I should do. And you know what? Podcast, it's like the millennials version of a lower back tattoo. Everybody has one. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna create my own, and I'm gonna call it Tony's Tea Corner. So here we are.
So we're almost time out, but where
That's
can people
amazing.
find the podcast, really?
Oh, you can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Tony's Tea Corner. You can find me on Instagram at Anthony Lario. And next you'll see
followers do
me.
you have?
How many followers?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like a taboo question.
Well,
isn't
I
it?
mean,
Is it like asking a girl?
like
Yeah,
11,
this is
like 11,000 followers.
my
yeah,
God,
so
that's
it's been
wonderful.
Yeah, it's been growing. But you can catch me on Sirius XM with Amy Phillips on
Yes.
Radio Andy,
Yes.
and then on Q102 every other week on Serving Sriracha.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for being
Amy's
here,
my
Tony.
favorite. Really
Yeah,
nice
so
meeting you
great meeting
finally.
you guys.
Gosh.
So fun.
It's been
Had the
long
best
enough.
time.
All right,
Thank
guys,
you.
stick around. After the break, we have bridal hair and makeup trends for 2019. From the iconic bridal beauty to celebrity-inspired looks. What's on and what's out for the bride-to-be is just ahead.